Hello students, once again I welcome you all in this video where we will discuss a specific type of plant tissue, that is permanent tissue. But before we start today's discussion, today's topic, let me introduce your syllabus for periodic test and half yearly examination. As I hope almost all of you have purchased your books and you have seen your biology book, that total 6 chapters are there in your biology, and out of these 6, 3 chapters are coming in the half yearly examination. The first chapter that we have already completed, fundamental unit of life, cell. Along with this second chapter, tissues, where we are discussing plant tissues and we will discuss further animal tissue, and then finally the third one, the last one for the half yearly exam, that is what? Improvement in food resources. So these 3 chapters are going to come in your half yearly, but for the periodic test, the previous one, last one, chapter first, fundamental unit of life, cell, and this second chapter, tissue, both of these are going to come. I hope you all are preparing the notes related to the topics that we are discussing here in online class. So just keep preparing the notes and keep studying at your home. If you face any problem or difficulty to any of the topic or related to your syllabus, you can ask your problem, you can share your doubt in the comment section of the videos. I'll provide you the solutions there. So let's start today's discussion. And in the previous video, we were discussing this, that plant tissues are of 2 types. The first one is what? Meristematic, and the other one is what? Permanent. So in the previous video, we have seen that meristematic tissues are also known as growth tissues because they are responsible for the growth in plants, and they are having a specific ability to divide themselves further and further and further. That's why they are called as meristematic tissues. Then we have seen there that these meristematic tissues are classified in 3 categories: apical, intercalary, and lateral meristematic tissues on the basis of their presence, their occurrence in the plant's body. So you know, apical meristem present at the apex of the plant, whether at the shoot or in the root, and it is responsible for the primary growth. As I told you there also, that primary growth is what? Growth in the length of the plant, that is known as primary growth. Then we have discussed there that intercalary tissues are present at the base of nodes and internodes, and it is the specific feature in the monocot plants. The plants of grass family, they possess this type of meristematic tissues which are responsible for the elongation of internodes and nodes. And finally, we discussed there that lateral meristematic tissue, it is present what? Laterally in the dicot plant or vascular plants, which are responsible for the secondary growth. Since vascular plants are what? Too big, so to support them, they show secondary growth. Means growth in the girth or in the width, so that the plant can, so that the stem can provide the support to the whole plant body. So these 3 were the meristematic tissues which we discussed in the previous video. Now we will discuss about the permanent tissues. So what are these permanent tissues? Actually, we have read there a process, that is what? Differentiation. When the tissues are going or cells are going to be specified, that process is known as what? Differentiation, means specialization. So the permanent tissues are going to evolve from meristematic tissues, and such meristematic tissues which got differentiated, they are known as permanent tissues. So permanent tissues are further classified in two categories. The first one is what? Simple, and the other one is what? Complex. So if they are going to become specialized, it means what? Now they will be having some difference from meristematic cells. Since meristematic cells were what? Small and lacking the vacuole, but now permanent cell, because they become specialized, they will increase their size and they will have some adaptation in them on the basis of the function they are going to perform. And they are having what? Large central vacuole also. So what do we mean by simple and complex permanent tissue? Simple permanent tissue is what? Made up of, these are made up of same type of cells. Means simple permanent tissue it consists of only single type of cells, but when we talk about the complex permanent tissues, they will be what? A combination of more than one type of cells, and that's why they are known as what? Complex tissues. Simple tissues are also known as ground tissues. In the chapter, many of the time you will get this word ground tissue. So don't be confused whenever you are going to hear or read this word ground tissue. It means what? It is indicating about the simple tissue. So ground tissue is what? These are the tissues which are present not in the epidermis, means the external, which is in contact with the external environment. So that is what epidermis. So these are not present in the external part of the plant, and also they are not performing, means these complex are known as what? Vascular tissues. So ground tissues are what? Tissues apart from vascular and epidermis. So epidermis is the arrangement of cells, the epidermal cells that are present externally in the plant's body, and vascular tissues are what? Complex tissues. So apart from these two tissues, the rest tissues are termed as what? Ground tissues, which are which type? Simple tissues. So further, simple tissue is divided into, this simple tissue is classified in three groups. The first one is what? Parenchyma. Second one is what? Collenchyma. And the last one is what? Sclerenchyma. So we will see today our discussion will be based on only this part, and especially of these three: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. What are their structures, what are their positions, and what are their functions. And as you know, why they are called as simple tissues? Because they are made up of only single or same type of cells. So now we are going to see the simple permanent tissues. As you know, these tissues are derived from meristematic cell. So the first tissue of this simple tissue is what? Parenchyma or parenchymatous tissue. Actually, these are what? Living cells and having thin cell wall. So since meristematic cells are going to divide only, so they are going to work as the packing material. Wherever there is a space in the plants, they are going to fill there, and that's why their function is what? Filling the space. Wherever there is a space, they are going to fill there. Living cells having thin cell wall. Now you are observing here, means they are having large central vacuole, so that they can also perform the function of storage. So generally they perform what? Storage function. When we talk about their specific feature, how they are different from these one, so you know, perhaps it may be visible there that they are having what? Intercellular spaces amongst them. Perhaps it is visible from there. These are what? Intercellular space. So these parenchymatous tissues are having intercellular space, means they are loosely packed and they are having thin cell wall, living cells. Normally they perform the function of filling everywhere wherever there is a space, and they also perform the function of storage. Two specific type of parenchymatous cells can be seen. The first one is known as what? The first one is what? Known as chlorenchyma. Actually, chlorine means what? Here, having chlorophyll. So, if parenchymatous cells are present in the leaves and they are having chlorophyll in them, they will be termed as what? Chlorenchyma. So, chlorenchyma is a type of parenchymatous tissues or cells which are having chlorophyll. If they are having chlorophyll, they will be present where? In the leaves and in the green shoots of the plant. One more type of parenchymatous cell is there, tissue is there, that is what? Aerenchyma. So, aren means what? Air, and you are having a knowledge of the free floating plants on the in water body. So, these parenchymatous cells or tissues are what? The parenchymatous cells which are going to fill air in the spaces amongst them, and hence they will provide what? Bouncy to the aquatic plants. And this chlorenchyma is what? Having chlorophyll present in the green leaves. So when we are talking about the parenchyma, now these are the simple permanent tissues in plants which are derived from meristematic cells. They are living cells having thin cell wall, but they are loosely packed and they are having intercellular spaces among them. Generally, they perform the function of filling or storage, and we can see there are two types, especially in the leaves and green shoots, where parenchyma is having chlorophyll amongst them. They will be termed as chlorenchyma, and if they are present in the aquatic plants and they are providing them bouncy appearance. Why? Because they are going to fill air amongst them, intercellular spaces. So, such type of parenchymatous tissues or cells are known as what? Aerenchyma or aerenchymatous tissue. Now we will discuss about collenchyma, the second one. What is the main difference between parenchyma and collenchyma? They are also the living cell, but perhaps you are observing here that they are compactly packed. Here you can see they were having intercellular space, but intercellular space is what? Absent here. Absent or very small. Sometimes you can see some intercellular spaces, but mostly they are having no intercellular spaces among them. And what are their speciality? Perhaps it is visible from there that these are what? Some dark structures, means cell wall, as these are the plant cells, they are having cell wall, but here their cell wall is irregularly thick. They were having total thin cell wall, but here at some places, at irregular spaces, mostly at the corners, their cell wall becomes thick, and that's why they are termed as collenchyma. They are also living cell and they are present where? In the branches, in the veins of the leaves or in the stem, and their function is what? To provide them mechanical support. Because of the irregular thickness in their cell wall, they are going to support the plant when their air is blowing there and the branches are moving or leaf is going to bend somewhere. So at that time, since they are having some places which are hard due to the thickening of their cell wall, so that's why they are going to provide them mechanical support and they help in bending of the plant. And also they are having what? Irregular thickness in cell wall. So these are what? Collenchymatous cells. Again, tissues, simple permanent tissue. Why? Because all the cells are what? Similar, same type of cells. They are having what? Living cells. All of them are living cells, but intercellular space will be absent, compactly packed, because they are going to provide mechanical support. So cellulose, the cell wall will be thick at regular interval, and mostly at the corners the cell wall will become thick to provide them help and mechanical support while bending them. And they are present where? In leaf veins and branches and stem. Finally, the last one is what? Sclerenchyma. Actually, from these two tissues, they are totally different because they are made up of dead cells. These are what? Dead cells, means they are not having any living feature amongst them, means the plasma or the nucleus will be absent. And why? Because of the thickening of cell wall. And why their cell wall is so thick? Just because of the secretion of a substance, a protein that is known as lignin. So this lignin is going to deposit there, and it is the reason to cause the thickness of the cell wall. And you can see some small openings here in between the cells. These are what? Pits, through which substances can move amongst them or through them, and they are again going to provide mechanical support. They are also present in the complex tissues in xylem and phloem, and they also help in the conduction of substances, means water and food, through the help of complex tissues. So they are providing mechanical support. They are dead cells having thick cell wall due to deposit of lignin, and this lignin is the reason why they are so thick. And so sclerenchymatous tissues are having what? Narrow cavity. As you know, these are the dead cells and their cell wall is so much thick. That's why the lumen, the cavity, is what? Very narrow. So that was all from the simple permanent tissues, means they are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. These two, parenchyma and collenchyma, are what? Living cells, but sclerenchyma is what? Dead cell. You are observing here, parenchyma is just derived from the meristematic cell, so they are going to perform the filling function and storage function. So they are having intercellular spaces among them. Their cell wall is what? Very thin, and if they are having chlorophyll in them, they will be termed as chlorenchyma. If they are present in the aquatic plants and they are performing the taking up air inside them, so they will be termed as aerenchyma. When we are talking about collenchyma, they are different from parenchyma and sclerenchyma because they are living cells, but their cell wall will be what? thick at some places at regular interval and mostly at the corners, and they are going to provide what? Mechanical support. They were providing what? Structural support, means wherever there is a space they are going to fill there. So these are providing what? Structural support. They are providing mechanical support, and they are present where? In veins, leaf veins and branches, and that's why the plants are what? Flexible, means they are providing them the flexibility also. Now when we talk about the sclerenchyma, these are totally different from these two. They are made up of dead cells, means not made up of, means they are naturally dead cells when the cells become dead. And why? Because of the thickening of cell wall. Why their cell wall becomes thick? Because of the secretion of lignin substance. They provide mechanical support and their cavity becomes what? Narrow. So I hope these three type of cells and tissues are clear to you. In the next video we will discuss about the complex tissue, what are their structure, what are their functions, and what are their types, xylem and phloem. So keep preparing the notes of these topics from your book and keep studying for the periodic test. So till then we are going to meet in the next video. Take care of yourself, be safe and keep studying.